Hello, my friends. I hope that you're doing well. Today, for a little bit of a music activity, I figured that we would play a little instrument guessing game. So if you are in preschool or you are in first or second grade, we've played a game kind of like this before in music class when we were together, and it uses these really fun cards. Okay, so all of these cards have different instruments that go along with them. And what I want you to do is at home is take some time, and I want you to make these cards so you can have them in front of you. Okay, so I'm gonna hold them out for a little bit and give you a chance to pause the video and try your best using a piece of paper to draw all of these symbols, and then I'll show you which instruments go along with each symbol. So here's the first card. If you want to pause the video so you can maybe try to make that card at home. Nice. Here's the second one. Lots of circles in this one. Here's the next one. I'll bet some of my first and second grade friends can probably name all of the instruments from these cards from when we did this activity before. Bet everybody could guess the name of this instrument. Alright, so hopefully you were able to make all of the cards so that you can have these in front of you, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to, here in a little bit, I'm going to play all of these different instruments that match these cards, and I want you to be able to tell me which instrument you hear. So this first instrument here, the one that looks like a fish, it looks like this. It is called a wero, and here's what the wero sounds like. So my wero is really cool because if you see, it's got all sorts of different ridges on it, so I can make different sounds using the small ones or the big ones, and they all make different sounds on them. So that is a wero, and it kind of sounds like a frog. It looks like a fish, but it kind of sounds like a frog ribbit. So that is one instrument that you might hear is a wero. Alright, so the next card you should have made is this one. This instrument is one of the fun ones. It is a tambourine. So the tambourine is fun because it's like a little drum. And if you remember, my first and second grade friends, if you remember tambourine, you make your little gooseneck and you pack the tambourine with your gooseneck. Okay, it's got jingles on it. That's what makes it a tambourine and not a drum, because it's got the jingles. So that is the tambourine. That's what the tambourine sounds like. Alright, our next card is this. This green card that's the rectangle. It is a wood block. And the wood block looks like this. Mine's got a handle on it. But if you remember some of the ones that we have at school, some of them don't. But mine's really cool. It's got a handle. So I'm going to play my wood block with my mallet, and I'm just going to hit it right in the center, and it sounds like this. There are some songs that use wood block because sometimes, if you think about it, if you close your eyes, it sounds like a horse galloping. So that's what you might use a wood block for. But that one, you see it matches this card. It's a wood block. And then my next instrument, this is the one that I said I bet everybody knows the name of this one. This instrument is just called the name of its shape. So if you could guess, what is this instrument called? It's a triangle. So my triangle looks like this. My triangle is really cool, and it's got like this little loop that I can put my finger through so I'm not touching the metal. And then I take my little metal beater like this, and I hit it right in the bottom, and it sounds like this. So that's one of the easier ones. That one is called a triangle. You might see it in movies when they call people to come to dinner. All right. And my next card is the one that's just this orange circle. This is everybody's favorite. This is always the one that people want to play. This one is the hand drum. My hand drum looks like this. I'm going to play it with the same mallet I played my woodblock with. I'm going to see this little hole. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to put my finger in the hole right here. And I'm just going to lightly play the drum in the middle. So the hand drum is different from the tambourine because the tambourine's got the jingles on it. The woodblock doesn't. So if I shake, or the hand drum doesn't. If I shake the hand drum, it doesn't make any sound. So tambourine, hand drum. All right, looks like there's one more. My last one looks like this. It looks like a little bell. That is my cowbell. My cowbell's really cool. It also has a handle on it, even though the picture doesn't. And I'm going to use the same mallet that I played the hand drum and the woodblock with to play the cowbell. So it sounds like this. I'm going to hit it right in the middle, right where this little gold sticker is, if you can see that. This one's one of my favorites. I think it makes a really cool sound. Plus, I really like the color. The red is really cool. All right, so if you're ready and if you have all of your cards laid out, I am going to start playing some of these instruments, and I want you to see if you can guess which card you should pull out by only hearing the instrument. Okay, so you're not going to be able to see it, you're just going to be able to hear it, and I want to see if you can guess which instrument you hear. And we're going to get harder and harder as we go along. So these first ones should be really, everybody should be able to do them. Preschool all the way through 5th grade should be able to do these instruments, okay? But then I'm going to start adding more and more instruments, and you'll have to see, maybe you'll have to pull out 3 cards, all right? And if it gets a little too tricky, that's all right, because I'm going to send this video to all of my students, preschool through 5th grade. So you'll, So, you know, when we get towards the end, it might be a little hard for some of my preschool, kindergarten, 1st grade friends, but that's okay, because the beginning might be a little easy for some of my, like, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade friends. So we'll figure it out together, all right? So here is the first instrument. I want you to listen carefully and see if you can pull out the card that matches this instrument. Bonus points if you can remember the name of the instrument. All right, does everybody have their card out? Let me get my cards out too. So the card that you should have pulled is our fish. That was the Wiro. My Wiro that looks like this. I hold it by the little holes on the bottom and I use my mallet. That was the Wiro. All right, how about this one? Get your cards all laid out. See if you can find out what this one is. Ready? That one's really hard not to dance to. That one makes me want to dance. So that one is the hand drum. So the card that you should have pulled is my little orange circle. Little orange circle. Hand drum. Nice. All right, here's the next one. Get your cards laid out and ready. See if you can listen and tell me what you hear. Okay, here's the next one. Do you know which one it is? That one's my favorite. That's the cowbell. So the card you should have pulled looks like this. Our little bell card. Very nice. All right, let's go to the next one. You can probably already hear it. This one's a loud one. It sounds like this. That one was my tambourine. So the card you should have pulled was this one. And remember, my tambourine is different from my hand drum because my tambourine's got little jingles on it. My hand drum does not. All right. So we're really chugging along here. Let's go to the next one. Here's what this one sounds like. Ready? Before I show you this one, what do you think this instrument is made of? So I've got some that are made of wood. I've got some that are made of metal. I've got some that have drum heads on them. What do you think this instrument is made of? I'll make it easier for you. Do you think it's wood or do you think it's metal? All right. See if you can pick your card. That one was the triangle. So my triangle looks like this. This is the card that you should have pulled out, your triangle card. My triangle's got the cool little thing that I can hold it with. Very neat. All right, so there's only one left, and then we're going to start to get tricky, all right? So here's the last one. See if you can think of what this one is. Ready? Sounds like this. All right. Do you think this one is made of wood or metal? Listen again. What do you think, wood or metal? This one actually has the name of the material in its name, if that helps you. This one is the wood block. So here's what it looks like, and here's the card you should have pulled. The wood block. All right, here is where we're going to start to get a little tricky. I have a helper, and she is going to help me, and we're going to play two instruments, not four, two instruments at the same time, and I want to see if you can pull both cards. So maybe you might hear the hand drum and the triangle at the same time. You need to pull both of those cards out, okay? So you're going to hear two instruments at the same time, and see if you can tell me which two you hear, okay? So my helper's got an instrument. I'm going to grab an instrument. Here we go. Tell me what you think you hear. You're going to hear two instruments. Here we go. What do you think? One of them is really easy. That's the one that's made of metal that we talked about last time. The other one is tricky because it sounds a lot different than a lot of the other instruments. So I'll give you a little bit of time. Think about it. All right. So the two cards you should have pulled are triangle and wiro. Okay, those were the two instruments that me and my helper played. I played the wiro and she played the triangle. Okay. Let's try another one. Ready? All right, here's the next set. You have your cards all set out and ready to go? Here we go. Ready? pretty tricky to choose when you hear both of them at the same time, huh? All right, so the two instruments that you heard that time were the woodblock and the hand drum. So these are the two cards you should have pulled out, the hand drum and the woodblock. I played the hand drum, and my friend played the woodblock. Was that pretty tricky? We're trying to help you out. The instruments that we're choosing kind of sounded pretty different from each other. All right. Get your cards reset. Let's do one more where you only hear two. Okay? All right, ready? All right, what do you think? You probably heard my instrument as I put it down. That one's the noisy one. Okay, so the two instruments that you heard last time were two of my blue cards, and they were the tambourine and the cowbell. Two of my favorites. My favorite, the cowbell, and another one of my favorites, the tambourine. Did you get it right? All right, so maybe for my 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade friends, and probably some of my 2nd grade, and maybe everybody, we're going to really challenge you now. We're going to try and use all of our hands, my helper and I, and we're going to play 3 instruments at the same time, and I want you to see if you can pull out which 3 instruments you hear. Okay? It's going to be real tricky. And you might hear some of the instruments more than once. Okay? Let's give it a try. So let me get everything set out. All right, here we go. Oops. Ready? This is 3 different instruments. Listen big. What do you think? That's pretty tricky. That's a lot of sounds to hear. All right. I'll give you some time. I'll give you a hint. All 3 of those instruments have something made of the same material. Think about what materials all of the instruments are made of. All right, so the 3 cards that you should have put in front of you are, here are the 3 instruments that we played. Cowbell, triangle, and tambourine. All 3 of those different instruments have what kind of material on them? They all have metal. So the cowbell and the triangle are made of metal, and the tambourines got the metal jingles on it. So that was your hint. All 3 of them have metal on them. All right, let's do 2 more. See, my friend's got 2 instruments ready to go. Now, play this one. All right, listen big. We're getting creative here with the amount of hands we have. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this is gonna work. Ready? Listen big. I wish you could see my friend. She's playing one of the instruments with her feet. I'll have to make sure that all those instruments get washed before you guys play them next time. Okay, so here's your hint. One of those instruments is the same as an instrument you heard last time. So one of your cards will be the same, and the other 2 will be 2 new cards that you haven't seen yet. Okay? Do you think you got it? I had to set out my cards too. What do you think? All right. So The 3 instruments that you heard that round were the triangle. That was the one that's the same as last time. The wiro. This is the one my friend was playing with her feet. Gross. And the hand drum. This is the one that I played. So you have 3 different instruments. And all of them are made out of a different material. So the triangle is made out of metal. My wiro is made out of plastic. And my hand drum's got a drum head on it. So those are all different materials. All right, my friends, this will be the very last one. So get your cards set up and ready to go. Here we go. Let's give it a try. And I hope my friends who have siblings at home are playing with their siblings, because that could be super fun. Doing some teamwork. All right. Okay. I had to figure out which one I wanted to do. So, you've already heard 2 of these instruments, and one of them is new. Okay? So really think about that. Let's give it a try. Ready? All right. 2 of those instruments sound a lot the same, except they're made out of different materials. Okay, so you've already heard 2 of those instruments. 2 of my instruments have metal, and 1 of the instruments is made of wood. Raise your hand. All right, last round for all the marbles. Let's see. Here are the 3 instruments that you heard that time. Woodblock. That's my instrument that was made of wood. You haven't heard that one yet in the 3 round. And then the cowbell and the tambourine. Both of those have metal. So we have woodblock, cowbell, tambourine. There you go. All right, my friends, that was really fun. I hope that you're staying safe. You're drinking lots of water. You're getting your schoolwork done. You're getting lots of sleep. I really hope that I get to see you soon, and I miss you guys a lot. I'll see you very soon for another video, all right? Bye.